Ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, the cracks within opposition unity are glaring and conspicuous now. Congress has come under attack, but not just from the BJP, but other opposition parties as well. This is ironical because top lieutenants of the Parivar have pegged Rahul Gandhi as the rallying point for opposition in 2024. But now perhaps one of the fiercest attacks on the Parivar is coming in from opposition itself. Watch how BRS Minister K.T. Ramarao mocks dynastic politics of Congress, saying the only sacrifices that it has made were for Italy and not India. Hear this. All right, so this is a jibe coming in from KTR, K. Tarak Ramarao, who is in fact a cabinet minister in the Telangana state cabinet. And in fact, when asked a question about the sacrifices made by the Gandhi family, he responded whether it was for Italy or for India that the interviewer was asking that question about. This is, of course, when he was speaking to a Telugu regional news channel, and at that time is when this particular remark was made. Of course, this remark has sparked off a massive controversy. Listen in to what KTR said.
మమ్మల్ని విమర్శిస్తుంది ఎవరు అసలు? కాంగ్రెస్, బీజేపీ. రైట్. ఏ కాంగ్రెస్? జవహర్లాల్ నెహ్రూ గారి కూతురు ఇందిరాగాంధీ గారి కొడుకు రాజీవ్ గాంధీ గారి భార్య సోనియా గాంధీ గారి సుపుత్రుడు రాహుల్ గాంధీ అధ్యక్షుడిగా, వాళ్ళ చెల్లి ప్రియాంక గాంధీ గారు జనరల్ సెక్రటరీగా ఉన్న పార్టీ ఇవాళ మా మీద వచ్చి కుటుంబ పాలనను విమర్శిస్తే గొంగళలో కూర్చుని ఎంట్రుకలు ఏరుకున్నట్టుండదు. దేశం
కోసం త్యాగాలు చేసిన కుటుంబం.
ఏ దేశం కోసం?
భారతదేశం.
ఇటలీ కోసం చాలాగా.
And the Congress has hit back at the BRS, saying it's ungrateful despite everything the Parivar has done for the state.
I think Cabinet Minister of Telangana, KTRG, has forgotten about the history. You have become the Cabinet Minister today just because she delivered Telangana, which she promised before 2009 polls, and you are enjoying this power just because of the sacrifice Sonia Ji has made. Today you are enjoying and you are talking, sitting there is nonsense, and you have to really look back where you came from. Neither you are a part of agitation during Telangana formation. 1,200 people have been sacrificed their lives to the formation. You are sitting in America and enjoying the benefits and enjoying your job there. Hold your tongue and be respectable to the people, okay, and especially to Sonia Gandhi.
But Congress is also battling other regional satraps. While they're united in Bihar, across in Bengal, all gloves are off. After Chief Minister Mamta had an accident, Congress dismissed it as a sympathy stunt, while the TMC called the grand old party inhuman. Listen in.
In earlier occasion also, it was reported that Mamata Banerjee was injured during the election campaign. Entire matter is stage managed only to exploit the emotion of the voters. So I think I will suggest Mamata Banerjee that she should seek apology to the common people for misleading her stage managed injury.
এবং তাকে যে কোনো চিকিৎসকও বলবেন একবার আমরা যে কোনো কারুর হলে আমরা বলতাম একবার এক্সরে এমআরআই এগুলো করে নিয়ে যাতে দেখে নেয় যে ব্যথাটার আঘাত কতখানি ইত্যাদি। তা নিয়ে বিরোধীরা যেভাবে করছেন এটা একেবারে ব্যক্তিক উৎসাহ নোংরামির পর্যায়ে গেছে। এটা মানুষ বিচার করবে।
The Congress is also under fire, not just from opposition, but also caught in friendly fire. While it tries to douse factional flames in Chhattisgarh by anointing T.S. Singh Deo as the deputy, its headache in Rajasthan festers on. In Karnataka too, Deputy CM D.K. Shivkumar is taking pot shots at Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Can the party galvanize the opposition to counter the Modi wave? Here the Home Minister dismissed the dream.
20 से ज्यादा पार्टी इकट्ठा कर ली नीतीश बाबू, मगर ये 20 पार्टियां है कौन? ये 20 पार्टियां वो हैं जिन्होंने 2004 से 14 में 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का घपला घोटाला और भ्रष्टाचार किया है। और ये बिहार की भूमि जयप्रकाश की भूमि है, जहां से भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ आंदोलन शुरू हुआ था। मगर कांग्रेस हर साल 20 साल से। कितने साल से, जरा जोर से बोलो, 20 साल से। कितने साल से? 20 साल से राहुल बाबा का लॉन्चिंग कर रही है, मगर ये लॉन्चिंग नहीं होते। इस बार भी कांग्रेस ने पटना में राहुल बाबा का लॉन्चिंग का एक विफल प्रयास किया है।
All right, let's take this across to our guests who are joining us. We have with us Charu Pragya, national spokesperson of the BJP. Advocate Nikhil Jain is a political analyst joining us, leans towards the Congress party. We have Trajano De Mello, spokesperson of the TMC. We also have with us Ishan Trivedi, who's a political analyst. Ravula Sridhar Reddy is a senior leader of the BRS. Let me first and foremost start with Mr. De Mello, who's a spokesperson of the TMC. And let me begin by asking you, the statements that have been made by Adhiranjan Chaudhary, which we just played, where he says that once elections are over, Mamata Banerjee will be able to work. The entire matter is stage managed. Mamata Banerjee should apologize for misleading a stage managed injury. How will you be able to work with a person of this political party, sir? Mr. De Mello. Mr. De Mello, can you hear me? All right, I think we'll try and fix that audio. We certainly hope that it's a technical error and nothing else, but we'll try and get that sorted. Advocate Nikhil Jain, if your leader in the Lok Sabha, he's a senior leader at that, Adhiranjan Chaudhary is saying this, how do you propose to work with the TMC? Because the TMC is already demanding an apology from him.
See, Madhav, opposition unity is something that most opposition parties today, including the TMC, realize is the need of the hour. The way the BJP has been going on with its attack on democracy. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
How? Madhav, I'm hearing a lot of echo.
I apologize. We'll try and fix that.
The way the opposition, the way the BJP is attacking the opposition parties in the way the BJP is attacking the opposition parties in the country. If any opposition party, including the Congress and the TMC, want a future in this country, want to continue their political activity, they have to band together and stand together for 2024 and sort out their differences. Right now, there are 3-4 players that are simply not ready to come on a single common platform. That is the TMC, the BRS, and the Aam Aadmi Party. And to some extent the AIMIM. I'm not quite sure about AIMIM because they essentially function as a BJP B team. But to be fair, even TMC does the same. But of course, it's
but TMC attended the Patna meeting to show how serious they are.
So far,
you can't say that the TMC is not serious when your leaders are attacking the TMC. They're calling Mamata's injury a stunt, and you're saying the TMC is not serious.
But look at how the TMC behaves. Have they at all stood on a single common platform with the Congress or other opposition parties for that matter? They've been going around every state trying to field their candidates where they know they can't win a single MLA seat. But when they field their candidates and get some vote share, that is entirely at the expense of the Congress.
Okay.
That is exactly what the Aam Aadmi Party does. And these are the two parties which are most vehemently.
Let me put that question. Let me put that question to Mr. Ishan Trivedi, political analyst, who leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party. Okay, you made your point, Nikhil. Now listen to the response. Ishan Trivedi, the Aam Aadmi Party, just like the TMC, puts up candidates and ends up perhaps helping, other opposition parties, other parties like the BJP, and instead of putting up a united opposition front in state after state. That's the charge coming in from Advocate Nikhil Jain. How would you react to that?
See, first of all, to mean of a unite, I mean, like unite means that you and I talk on everything, but not like it's. But what is happening right now is you and I talk against everyone. So this is what happening for the past few days. I mean, like one party leader just commenting on other, and the other party leader commenting on other. See, if somebody has to unite, I mean, they will have to make some sacrifices as well as, and they will have to they will have to do, for the betterment of opposition. I mean, like they will have to manage this minor issue and manage glitch in accordance. But this is not happening, and unfortunately, those leaders, who were famous of making such kind of controversy, and they are again making statements. And senior leadership of Congress, that is Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Ji, and Priyanka Ji, and they are not doing anything against it. I mean, like, see.
Who are these leaders, sir? Name them. Name them. Name these leaders.
State That's such as Adhir Ranjan ji. I mean, like he's just talking in that particular segment, and it is not
Okay.
the time to just counter.
So Aam Aadmi Party is upset with Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, or TMC is upset? I thought TMC is upset. Now Aam Aadmi Party is also upset with Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary.
No. I'm just telling. I'm just making an example. They are just making it against Aam Aadmi Party. The state Congress. Delhi Congress team. They are continuously accusing Aam Aadmi Party of one particular segment. They should not think in that particular moment right now.
Okay.
They are supposed to overcome of some state level issues.
So you are saying Ajay Makan should be reined in. That is the crux of your argument. Let me get in a quick response from Advocate Nikhil Jain before I go across to others. Nikhil Jain.
See, Madhav, there is one thing that all of us must realize, that these are at the end of the day political parties with individual leaders, and when you talk about state units as well as national units, they function differently. With the Congress, we can very clearly see that the national leadership of the party is trying very hard to forge a coalition, but the state leaderships which have actual on the ground toe-to-toe fights with the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi and with TMC in Bengal, the state leaderships are finding it difficult, and those are the very differences that need to be sorted out with the deliberation process that is continuing right now.
But when do they plan to do that? If you're planning to fight 2024 together, isn't it high time that these issues are ironed out, Nikhil Jain?
And that is exactly what is happening, Madhav. We saw the meeting on 23rd June. Every political party, every major opposition political party in the country attended it.
Okay.
So Kejriwal chose to cut off from the press conference and give a statement against that coalition.
Okay.
But they were at least present.
Okay.
So Kejriwal, Mamata Banerjee, everybody except the BRS, every relevant player from the opposition was present. So
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned the BRS. I'm glad you mentioned the BRS, because the BRS has today, launched the kind of attack that perhaps we haven't even heard from the BJP in a very long time. Because the BRS today, Rahul Reddy, you've come out and accused the Congress party and the Gandhi family of being more loyal to Italy rather than India. Now, that's a very, very strong jibe to take for a party that is part of the larger opposition framework. What's going on? Rahul Reddy. Please unmute yourself and continue speaking.
The statement was made by our Minister KTR Garu on a TV show while speaking to the anchor. It was a response to a question that the Congress party has criticized us that we are doing dynasty politics. Then in return he told that the Congress has mentioned that right from Jawaharlal Nehru to Rahul Gandhi, the party is today of Gandhis. So if they make a comment, make a criticism on BRS that we are doing dynasty politics, it's a big joke. And when the anchor said they are claiming, Congress party people are claiming that their family had made sacrifices towards the country, was just passed a statement that whether it is for India or Italy. So basically it is about the Congress party, the way they are criticizing.
But isn't that in very poor taste, sir? End of the day, we do know that two prime ministers of this country, and prime ministers, end of the day, just as, we refer to every prime minister as a leader of the nation. And if two leaders have been lost to various senseless acts of violence by terrorist groups, then is that something to be mocked at in this way? And is that appropriate?
How can Congress party criticize other parties as doing dynasty politics? Actually, it is Congress party which has done dynasty politics in this country to the core. Even having the national presidents, maybe today Mallikarjun Kharge ji or before Sitaram Kesari ji or some other leaders, even then the Gandhi family runs. Even when Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha was there, how he was treated.
So there's no question of any tie-up with the Congress in 2024. You've basically shut the door on the Congress now.
You criticize us.
Is it fair to assume you've shut the door on the Congress now?
Come again?
Is it fair to assume you shut the door on Congress and other opposition parties for 2024 by making the statement?
We always have maintained, mentioned very clearly that we maintain equidistance to BJP and Congress, both the parties. We strongly believe these both parties have, spoiled this country, and they have done whatever bad they can do to this country. So we wanted a strong alternative at the center, but it need not to be a Congress or a BJP-led alliance also.
Well, all those who you went and met and your chief minister met are all today with the Congress party. At least they've sat in Patna with them together at a meeting. But I want to bring in Advocate Nikhil Jain. Advocate Nikhil Jain, what does this really mean? And does this mean that this is curtains for BRS as far as the opposition is concerned after making such kind of a jibe? Some would say perhaps in very poor taste.
See, honestly, I don't think the BRS has made up their mind. I'm very glad Mr. Reddy did not partake in the kind of nonsense and poor taste jibe that KTR has taken. Mr. Reddy here is trying to make a point about dynastic politics, which is totally not the controversy at play. The controversy at play is about the KTR's remark whether the Indian Prime Ministers have lost their life for Italy or for India. And that's the whole point, that the BRC is not come up with a concerted, clear strategy. They're still trying and hoping to create a third front, but obviously that front is not possible because you add up the TMC, the BRS and the Aam Aadmi Party, that's not even 50 MPs. The Congress alone has as many MPs in the parliament right now. Of course, a larger coalition needs to be forged, and what is happening with the BRS right now is for them pulling the strings to create a stronger place for themselves in this opposition coalition, which anyway, at the end of the day, will have to be led by the Congress. And this sort of bickering and this sort of slandering by KTR, honestly, I have heard quite a few of his interviews, and this is not something I expected out of him. That is extremely poor taste and absolutely condemnable.
So are you saying he's under some kind of pressure? Are you saying there's some kind of pressure bearing down on him?
And they're just trying to divert that.
Nikhil Jain, are you saying there's some kind of pressure bearing down on him and his party? Are the very same state in which the first meeting of this united opposition alternative was held, and the BJP, of course, going ahead and taking pot shots at both the Congress party as well as those who it's allying with.
Madhav, I've thoroughly enjoyed this debate for the last 20 minutes, and as you can see, I have not interrupted once because what the four other spokespersons are doing on your show is exactly what is going to be happening in 2024 elections. And I actually came up with this simile. Now imagine if Mungeri Lal decides to make Birbal ki khichdi, what will you get? एक अपने सपनों में खोया हुआ है और एक खिचड़ी है जो कभी पकती नहीं है, and that is the opposition unity in our country today. They take pot shots at each other. They are the ones who want to talk about each other in a very unflattering light, and then they blame BJP. See, the fact of the matter is that we have continued to win these national elections because of our devotion.
But Charu, very quickly, if there's no threat from them, why is the BJP so quick to react every time they come together?
No, but see, this is a political reaction, Madhav. Does that change the way we are functioning? Not at all. We are a party which works on the ground round the clock. For all 5 years, we don't wait for elections to be around the corner to get activated. Obviously, if they are going to make a comment or if something happens politically, even you will come and ask all BJP leaders for a reaction on that.
Okay.
That's a separate thing altogether.
Okay.
But, it's really funny when they talk about this united front, and I want to know, how are you going to divide seats at all? So the first conversation in 2019 was about their prime ministerial face. Now we let that pass. But how are you going to divide seats?
Yes, 450 seats have been spoken about. 450 seats have been spoken about, and Mr. De Mello is back with us, I'm told. And we're going to try and, in fact, get in a quick comment because we're almost out of time. Sorry for interrupting you there, Charu. Mr. De Mello, simple question, sir. You have to divide seats, you have to decide on a face. There's so many things that have to happen if the opposition has to come together. But at the moment, you have Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who's a leader of the Congress party in the Lok Sabha, no less, and a tall leader of the Congress from West Bengal, who's actually calling Mamata Banerjee's injury stage managed. How will you work with this person, sir?
See, we must understand that Chaudhary's status in Bengal is known to the people of Bengal. And it is also known by the Congress party. Therefore, he was not taken to Karnataka at all, being the Lok Sabha leader for any campaign. So, coming to the part of how we will divide the seats is not the problem of the BJP. Let me remind the BJP that when Janata Party was formed, in Patna when it started, there was no face of the Prime Minister. The stalwart like Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Advani had to work under Morarji Desai, who had the least number of seats. So that should not be the problem. Another problem, she talks of the khichdi. The opposition are just coming together and are, but she's forgetting to know that in 2019, the BJP had 19 alliance partners. Where are they? Why is she not talking about that khichdi that has fallen apart? Absolutely. So she should not talk about the khichdi that is likely to happen. Because
Okay, but Mr. De Mello, so Mr. De Mello, you're saying we're going to grin and bear it. We have a thick skin. We'll listen to whatever criticism comes our way from our partners, and we'll continue to work with them.
Difference is about to be. It's part of democracy.
Oh, okay.
They're just getting together.
Fair enough.
What
Fair
is the
enough.
differences? And
Fair enough.
Speaking it openly. So what?
Very good. Very good. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your point of view. Advocate Nikhil Jain, Charu Pragya, Ishan Trivedi, Ravala Sridhar Reddy. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. And we will debate this topic once again at 10 o'clock this evening for a much longer debate. Do join us then.